There's a man that we have to thank for things like a world free of Nazis and full of computers, and we did not treat him particularly well as a society. And yes, I'm talking about Alan Turing. Turing was born in England in 1912, and as he made his way through school, his teachers realized that he was not a normal brilliant kid. He was an ultra, mega, super math genius. He could do things like solve complicated calculus problems in his head before his teachers taught him calculus. But Turing differed from most of the other boys in his fancy boarding school in another way. He was openly gay, and mind you, this was in a place and time when homosexuality was literally illegal. He was interested in artificial intelligence, and in college, he postulated the Turing machine. He just thought, he didn't make it, he thought it up. A machine that could calculate anything calculable. In his head, he created the idea of a computer and of computer programs. Without any computers having ever existed, he just made the idea up. Turing wasn't just a math prodigy. He was also an amazing engineer. When Britain joined in World War II, its government hired Turing to help break the codes generated by Enigma, the Germans' crazy, complicated encryption device. No one thought that these codes could be broken. So Turing, in short order, designed a machine, an electromechanical machine that succeeded in breaking this unbreakable code, likely saving more British lives than any other person during World War II. So Alan Turing was a genius, and he was a war hero. No doubt about it. And then, after the war was over in the 1950s, he was working on actually building computers that operated by the rules set by his Turing machine. One day, in 1952, Turing came home to find that some of his stuff was missing. And so he called the cops because he'd been robbed. And the cops came over and they were like, "Do you have any idea who might have robbed you?" And Turing said, "Well, it might have been my boyfriend." And they said, "Your boyfriend?" And he said, "My boyfriend." And then they arrested Alan Turing and charged him with gross indecency. He was given a choice between prison or probation, providing he agreed to undergo chemical castration, a hormone treatment that at the time was thought to cure homosexuality. He chose this bizarre form of probation and was given routine estrogen injections over the course of 2 years, made him very, very depressed. He was a big fan of Snow White, and so in 1954 he laced an apple with cyanide and ate it. So not only was Alan Turing a super genius war hero and responsible for, my iPhone, he was also a victim of some really brutal prejudice. Alan Turing, I know you can't hear me, but thank you for this wonderful world free of Nazis and full of computers that you helped create. Thank you for watching this episode of SciShow Great Minds.